By pressing play, you've entered a dimension where there are no apologies given for the ridiculous and random thoughts expressed here by these two brothers and their guests. With that being said, enjoy your experience. Welcome back, guys.
Konnichiwa, bitches.
I hope you're ready for episode 3 of Yo, where the captions at? Where they at?
Where they at?
Where they at?
Really, DMX?
Where they at?
Stupid.
Where my captions at? Are you there? Where my captions at? Are you there? Nah, I'm in. And always, I'm yours truly, Kels for show, aka Once Bitten, Twice Smitten. And with me always is my bro host.
You know, I'm going to go with Elijah of the squad.
I'm a renege on all that shit.
Oh, you
shit! How dare you try to come in?
Oh, you Klaus Playboy?
No, I am not.
Oh,
Klaus.
yes, you is.
You're not gonna Klaus.
Oh,
my
you
ass.
know you Klaus.
First off, this episode ain't even about originals. But word, we don't put a pin in that.
Well then, the best Salvador out the squad.
All right,
yeah.
Word. I'm gonna let you have that right now. Of course, we got Daniel.
How's it going, everyone?
The late brown one today.
They don't call me late Daniel because I'm good looking.
Bro, you're in on true CP time.
For real. All the colors, the browns, the beige, the blacks.
It's not my fault. I blame God. I blame the United States of America. I blame Windows.
First world problems.
That's right.
All right, and with us today we have a special guest, one of the homies, Brook. How are you doing today?
I'm good. What's up?
No, the sky.
Yeah.
The ceiling.
Stupid.
Word. So how's everybody's day been so far?
Actually, it's not been that bad. No, besides the nippiness.
The nippiness of
the weather,
Colorado wind and shit.
You know, that bullshit in the winter, getting ready for spring weather, where it's still cold as shit, but yet it'll be snowy. Good old Groundhog's Day.
Word, it is the 2nd of February.
Yep.
Shit. Unofficial official holiday. That's what's up.
It's still January.
Oh shit, my fault. I did time travel. That nigga said Groundhog Day. I was thinking it was February already, man. Damn, I was about to dust off my dashiki. Get ready for this Black History.
MLK today.
Hell yeah. Salute, Martin Luther King. Always lived a dream. How about you, Brooke? How's your Monday been?
Work is over, so I can't complain about that.
Nice. What about you, Daniel?
Well, I ran into updating issues with the laptop. Ran around naked the house for a little bit because no one was home. Forgot to eat. Now I'm drinking, so we'll see how this goes.
You know what?
Same. I did not have anything to eat either.
Word. See, I can't be running around the house naked because I'd be afraid I might fall and like bruise my dick or some shit like that. No. Stupid.
What are you doing?
I'm just saying, like, you be naked, you could trip, and you might break some shit. I don't know. Like,
me and my cat ran around. We knew we were born to be free. It was great. We're just running around. It was great.
Like Tarzan and shit?
Yeah.
Yes, the cat was naked, but it was totally in the nude. That's what's up, man. My Mondays, it was pretty cool, pretty chill. Just worked a little bit, got off. Now I'm here. And speaking of Mondays, hey, we about to segue into Yo, what's poppin'?
What's poppin'?
And with that being said, I found out an interesting fact. We're gonna start this off with music that Prince actually wrote Manic Monday by the Go-Go's.
What?
One of my favorite songs because it's just another Manic Monday.
I think I sing that every Monday.
I wish it was Sunday because that's my fun day, the I don't have to run day. And I just found that out randomly on Facebook. So, so starting with music, because if you're a first-time listener, What's Poppin' is when we just go around the world of pop culture and geek culture and just talk about headlines and things of that nature. And also, there's some albums that came out. First and foremost, I'm going to just talk about Halsey's Manic album, another Manic Monday topic. If you're not familiar with Halsey, I'm pretty sure you heard her songs. They're on like every other Target commercial, if it's not Lizzo. She had this track with Juice WRLD, R.I.P. He was on the remix. One of my favorite songs from last year, Lately, featuring. Yeah, she had Big Sean on the remix. And if you like her music, you like pop music, you definitely like the album. Because low key, she became like the new pop princess of this generation. Like,
yeah, she did.
Or if you're going through a breakup, she's really good with heartaches.
Oh,
yes, you are
AKA
absolutely correct.
Taylor Swift, which was the past pop princess.
Yes. Yeah, so you know me, I always love pop music, and I like that album. I don't think it's better than her last album. I can't think of the name of it off the top, but her last album was definitely, to me personally, her best album. And also, Eminem, one of my favorite rappers of all time. He's the reason I start writing rhymes in 8th grade after I bought the Slim Shady LP from a Blockbuster Music. Yes, I dated myself. I'm an old dirty bastard.
Was that your last CD that you bought? Because
No. I bought that shit on cassette.
You bought it on cassette?
From a Blockbuster Music in like 98. Yes.
Nigga, a cassette?
A cassette, bruh. Yes. Like, I'm telling you, like, don't let this face fool you.
That's why I ended up having that random ass cassette in my old ass beatbox.
Maybe. But but yeah. Eminem's one of my favorite rappers. At that time, he was definitely my favorite rapper because I even wrote like an Eminem rap to this chick that broke up with me in high school.
Oh,
and if you want to hear that, I'm gonna recite it on our special Valentine's Day episode.
Oh, you found it?
Oh, I never lost it. I'm a hoarder when it comes to my lyrics, so I still got my rhyme book from high school. But we're gonna do a special crossover episode with Escaping Podcast, so be on the lookout for that. But like, if I'm just gonna go into my top 5 rappers real quick, it's gonna be Outkast. I count them as one. Jay-Z, Kanye being my favorite rapper all the time. Eminem and Lupe Fiasco. What about you, Ross? What's your top 5?
Ooh, you know I gotta go with the God of all emotions, the greatest sage of all, Kid Cudi himself.
Word.
Then I'm gonna have to hit it up with you, like you, Outkast as a group, because can't count them separately. Past that, 3, 4, and 5, I'm gonna go with the Wu-Tang Clan as a collective. I have to put Royce because Royce is just the gifted, talented artist of all rap. And who getting that 5th spot? Oh, easy work. All the locks, because I can't just put them. I can't let one go in.
Oh, word. So no Dipset. No Cam.
See,
no Killer.
I gotta give it with the first rap group that brought the street. The first 2.
I ain't mad at it. So,
but you know Dipset right there at that top on the top close.
Word. So I'm assuming Dipset would be your honorable mention number 6 in your top 10.
They're the interchangeable between the 5.
Word, because that's how I feel about Eminem, because my 5th or my honorable mention would be the 6th God himself, the boy Drizzy Drake, because once you go emo, you never go back, bro. And speaking of Drake, because he just dropped that single with Future last week, and Future and 2 Chainz just dropped a new single called Dead Man Walking, and I don't know what Future got going on, but this nigga been spazzing. So when that album come out with Drake, and when he drop his solo one, I'm telling you he's going to have all the hits. What?
His current girlfriend got these bodies from the car.
That Harvey?
Yep.
He got a new Harvey for the Harvey.
And his baby mama out here about to have a whole new baby that's about to be a superstar alongside with Baby Future.
Hell yeah. Did you listen to the new Eminem album, Brook?
I have not yet, no.
Do you like Eminem?
I do. I like him.
Is he in your top 5?
Top 10.
Top 10. Who's your top 5?
Oh gosh.
You gotta have it's always easy to start with your number 1.
Honestly, I think J. Cole would probably be my first.
Oh yeah, you are a young kid.
Yeah.
I forgot Mr. G.
Cold World.
I'm a Lil Wayne fan.
Okay,
too.
Okay.
I like Kendrick, Kid Cudi.
Cudi, all right. Cause you smoke
mad
mad weed.
Tupac too. Yeah. I like Tupac.
Word. Okay.
Yeah.
Where were you when Tupac died? Were you even born?
What year? I don't even know. I was born in 91. So.
See, okay, all right. I was in a Rally's parking lot.
Where was I physically? Probably at home with my mom.
Because I remember where I was at. Like, I was in a Rally's parking lot.
When you heard about it?
Yeah.
I was watching MTV because I remember they stopping it with the news.
Hell yeah. So I guess that's gonna be it for the music talk, because that's all I gotta talk about
Go support Selena Gomez. She needs some streams.
Matt Miller just dropped his new album, Circle.
Oh yeah, Matt Miller did do that. I haven't listened to that yet, but I don't know. Ever since my brother said he felt the type of way about listening to dead artists after Triple X's album came out, I low-key understand what he meant, because I tried to listen to some Matt Miller since he's passed, and it's just like
different.
Yeah, even like hearing Juice WRLD on the Eminem album, it's just like, it's just weird.
Okay.
It's weird for me to hear their new stuff, knowing that they're gone, but their old stuff I can because I still bang Sad from X.
And I'm mad at the fucking president because my favorite song from Mac Miller is Donald Trump. And now when I hear him, like, this nigga Trump, shit.
Have the same hype.
I just listen
Ain't
to
no
that.
pussy in sight to grab. But
I just listen to that, and then I go listen to
Stop
YG's Donald Trump.
Word. YG. But I guess I don't know if it's the best segue, but going from fallen rappers to I just want to give a RIP to Rocky Johnson, the dad of Dwayne The Rock Johnson, that passed away over the last week at the age of 75. He was part of the first black tag team championship team with Tony Atlas. So I just want to say RIP to him. And then you want to talk about anything else in wrestling, Ross?
Just to give everybody the heads up, since this comes out on a Friday, this weekend will be WWE's NXT Worlds Collide, NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, as well as the Royal Rumble. So, a lot of things happening there. In the side of other things outside of WWE, I want to say Marty Scurll is about to start his first week of full booking with ROH, and congrats on becoming a full booker on side of renewing your contract. AEW's Dynamite is going to be recorded from the Bahamas this week because the Rock and Chris Jericho's Rock and Roller jump off is a part of.
So they gonna have all the bubbly popping.
Yeah, because it's the second one, so that's the even more dope part. We might have to do the third. We might have to do a cruise. Do that cruise though.
Man, I can't say I'm not gonna do a cruise. I did one cruise, but
cruise, rock and roll, and wrestling, and alcohol.
Yeah.
That sounds like trouble.
Good trouble.
I see what you trying to do there. Good trouble. Because that shit came back on Hulu and Freeform. See, you may know about that.
Watching that
So how do you? Kelsey
For those out there that
don't, a little bit, not like.
But for those that out there, Good Trouble is a spinoff of the Fosters
that follows the two sisters of the Fosters living together in LA in a community home, dealing with a whole lot of shit. And it is great.
And speaking of shows that coming back, Insecure is coming back April 4th for season 4. Ooh. And I can't wait for that.
Yeah, I like that show.
So definitely, if you're a fan of Insecure, you should definitely check it out. I plan on having one of the homegirls come on and talk about that. Maybe chocolate milk, some shit like that. Because we did tell her before we start potting, she's definitely going to be on the episode. Because I love Insecure. Like, if you watch the show Girls on HBO, it's basically the black version, so it's funner, hipper, and way more dope. So, yeah.
Also, what made last season better is we didn't just only have her girl squad, we had the male squad as well.
Exactly, with Lawrence and shit.
Yeah,
Lawrence out there blowing out backs.
Because low key, that's the kind of thing that threw me off of girls, because they introduced old boyfriend, but like
Adam Driver.
Adam didn't. All we saw was whenever he was with the girls. We never really got to see Adam as himself.
Exactly, and a lot of the characters on Girls weren't very likable, but in Insecure, you could like all the side characters, especially Kelly. Kelly's the MVP of that shit. But I'm gonna have to have the homegirl Erin on so we could do a whole geeking out shit about girls, because that's a whole nother podcast.
I still gotta finish the last 5 episodes of Girls.
And it also will give you that opportunity to do that also.
Heck yeah.
And speaking of things coming out soon, Sight the Movie 2.
Wait, we getting this.
First off, you already knew Sight 2 was coming. It was supposed to come out last year, but it got pushed back.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yes.
I forgot.
And it's going to be very Hitchcock inspired, because it's Sight the Movie 2, Lassie Come Home. That's like the subtitle.
That's the subtitle?
Yeah.
Okay.
For those out there that don't know what Sight's about, it's about this white dude named Sean, and his dad raised him to use his ability to have like a photographic memory to like basically be a police officer and shit like that. So he'll go into crime scenes and break down the whole thing CSI style by using his God-given ability, but he couldn't get a job because he was a slacker. So then he just started pretending like he was a psychic, and he's just like, oh, this happened and this happened, and the police like, what the fuck are you talking about? But he was just using his power of observation to figure out these cases, and him with his black homeboy Gus started on this detective agency, and yeah, it was a pretty fun series, one of my favorites.
But that was Gus's side job. Gus's main job was helping a pharmaceutical company.
Yes. And the Blueberry. Blueberry was his like little Mini Cooper like car that was blue.
The Blueberry.
Which was hilarious. And speaking of shit coming back, I'm going to talk about some shit that's not coming back, and that would be Watchmen. Watchmen is officially no longer getting a season 2 because the head writer and co-creator of the series decided he didn't want it. He told his story. His vision was completed, and I'm okay with that.
And I agree with what he stated, as well as most fans didn't really listen to his interviews. He stated if he was to do a season 2, it wouldn't follow Regina King. It would have been a whole other story, but people were expecting this Regina King thing to be continued. And so he decided to just bow out so people won't bother him about it, because he already told you he wants to leave it up for open interpretation, but people wanted a defined answer.
And I'm totally fine with that, because Watchmen, that season 1 is arguably the greatest comic book
adaptation of all time.
Yeah, even take it out of series. It's right up there with any movie, too.
Yeah,
like,
it's the
outside
greatest,
of comic book.
It's the greatest
fantastic.
comic book adaptation from paper to film.
Hell yeah.
Even without it even just only using the source materials as story and not even putting no source material into the show.
Because you know it's good, too, when your mama asking you questions like, why that man naked? I'm like, yo, he don't need clothes. He way beyond that. Then you have a 30-minute conversation about tachyons and being in the same place at the same time, but different times. It's a lot.
You know a show is good when you got to ask the geek person to break down everything, and they're actually intrigued to listening to what you break down.
Exactly. And staying on DC, Aquaman, for all those Aquaman fans out there, there's going to be a 3-part animated series on HBO Max taking place after the movie. It should be out either later this year or early 2001.
So basically they're going to give us an animated 1.5 before the sequel?
Yes, exactly. Because they also still talking about making a Trench movie as well, which I don't really know what that's going to be about. A movie about the monsters. But hey, if James Wan attached, I'm cool. And just like anything else.
Oh, James Wan's going to do
because he got
direct the animated too?
I don't know if he's directed, but he has hands in it. And of course, all the actors coming back to voice their characters. So that's the only smart thing to do.
So I was about to say, this might have been James Wan's first animated movie.
Exactly. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Did you watch Aquaman, Brooke?
The movie, yes.
Yes. Did you like it?
It was entertaining.
She just liked the body.
Or, yeah, she liked the body. Like, that's all they do. Like,
I
can be
put
mad
it
at that.
on and cleaned my entire house, so I guess I didn't really sit down and watch it.
It's a fun movie.
It's fun.
Their best comic book movie. Like, it's DC's best Marvel movie that they made. Yeah.
Yeah, because Wonder Woman is way more DC than Marvel.
I fell asleep during it.
During what?
Aquaman.
See, I cleaned my house, so I guess I should sit down and really watch it, maybe.
So have you not seen it from point A to point B?
I mean, no. I went to go see it Christmas Day with my dad, and when they started going down to the trench and it was dark, I fell asleep.
Don't feel bad.
You got through most of the movie. Because I got the movie.
I woke up and he was talking to a Kraken. And I was like, okay.
Yo, voiced by Julie Andrews.
Yeah. I was like, all right,
Mary
okay.
Poppins.
But
don't feel too bad. I got hella smacked before watching
I don't feel bad
the
because
and passed out. No, that was Captain Marvel.
I didn't necessarily enjoy the movie.
You passed on every movie, nigga.
Yo, when it's cold and
when it's cold, it's cold.
It'd be making me sleepy.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily enjoy the movie, so I don't feel like I missed out.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it's actually a good movie.
I got the movie. Alright, so sticking on DC. Over the past week after this year started, we actually got the finale to DC's Infinite Crisis event on the CW. Daniel, you seen it, correct?
We need to talk about that later, man.
But you seen it though, right? Ralph seen it. We both seen it. And let me just say, without spoiling that for anybody that haven't watched, that's listening, it was fan-fucking-tastic.
Episode 5
had me like, wait, this feels weird. But when it wrapped up at the end, no spoilers.
Thank you.
They did it justice. Oh, baby, yeah. Watch that and find out.
Would you say that the Society of America is actually happy with what they did?
No. Because somebody's always going to have something to bitch about. And I won't go into spoilers, but we're going to have to do a whole nother podcast about that shit. That should be the name of the podcast, or a whole nother podcast. But then again, that might already be out there in the ether. And another thing, too, the Superman CW series is going to come out this fall.
Ooh.
They fast-tracking it.
it?
Yeah, so we don't get that shit this fall.
Dang, I thought it was... Ooh, wait, so if they're getting it... Oh, my God.
With his Super Sons with an S. Spoiler alert. Yes, think about that, Ross.
No, because now I'm even more trouble.
Because now that Arrow's done, this is officially replacing Arrow.
But yet, I'm only bamboozled because
Bamboozled.
because CW is supposed to be giving us the 4400 this year.
Well, isn't the 100 ending as well? They got mad shows.
Oh yeah, the 100 is ending this year.
So somebody got to replace that. Jane the Virgin is gone. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend is gone. So they're going to have to find something else to take those slots.
I'm surprised.
And Supernatural, ain't this Supernatural last season?
Supernatural claim it's every season's they last season.
That's how Supernatural is. That show won't die. Like, Lord. Like, somebody in that motherfucker got the Dragon Ball, the Monkey Paw, and the Genie from Aladdin.
Fucking what you call it? I just saw in the trailer that they got another brother.
No, and their daddy black.
Who their daddy black?
Wait, no. My fault.
That's Lucifer.
No, that's Lucifer. My fault. I got them shits all correct. Because it's all about the devil and angels and gods.
But
and black shit.
but yeah, Supernatural got old skinny dude from all the early 90s jump offs.
You can't even do that,
fuck.
Bro. Everyone.
Yeah, the skinny.
Casper Van Dien? Who I wanted to play Havoc if they made an X-Men movie back in the day because he has the Havoc chin. No, you still trying to figure out who it is.
I'm trying to.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, I can't figure out who it is. When I remember this little old skinny white dude.
Word. I believe there's something called Google.
There is, but
and
or GTS. Google that shit.
Oh. See, them kids be coming up with them acronyms. They try not to be talking to motherfuckers like GTS.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Put some consonants. No, those are consonants.
GTS.
Put some vowels in that shit.
Wait, hold up. They done stole Go to Sleep to Google that shit?
Go to Sleep, yeah. They stole. Because CM Punk ain't got that no more because he ain't wrestling, so he lost that trademark.
Nigga,
right?
The originator of the GTS still wrestling?
Get Tipsy Slut.
It's like how LOL used to mean lots of love.
Oh
shit!
You got us all.
What kind of Care Bear bullshit is that?
And
lots of love, bear.
So when people are like, "Oh, my grandma died," and they're like, "LOL."
Oh shit! Imagine traveling from that time to now. You be like, LOL. Like, what the fuck? My grams died. Damn.
I was texting somebody and I said, I literally LOL, and I didn't think they would say it as. I literally laughed out loud. Yeah. I'm like, this doesn't even make sense anymore.
Sometimes I gotta catch myself from literally saying LOL out loud instead of just fucking laughing out loud.
Uh-huh.
Word.
So then change it to ha ha ha.
Yeah. But damn it, Bobby. But no, and also, Batgirl is coming to Titan season 3 on DC. Yes, it's officially. She's coming. Roy Harper is coming, and Lex Luthor is coming in season 3.
They're giving us our own Roy and Lex,
because they've been name dropping Roy the whole time.
But not the same.
Not the same actor, but we're getting Titans is getting their own. We're getting the Titans.
This give you more reason that you need to start watching Titans, man.
We needed to record their facial expressions on that
one day we will upgrade to like the video excited. Medium. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
That's great. Good.
So yeah, now that we're gonna segue out of the DC corner, talk about some Marvel news real quick. The director of Doctor Strange dropped out of the movie.
Wait, what?
Yes, he dropped out, but Marvel is still moving. They're already looking to cast the 2 villains.
Weren't they
reportedly
about to start pre-production?
No. They started pre-production on Thor: Love and Thunder first because Eternals is wrapping up. Of course, Scarlet Witch is done, but yeah, they're gonna have to start pre-production on that very soon because after Thor: Love and Thunder, Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse of Madness is the next movie to come out. So it's gonna be interesting to see who they get to replace him. And there's not been an official word why he stepped out after he was so involved with it. But time will tell. I still have faith in Marvel, so we'll see that. Then also sticking with Marvel movie news, they dropped a special look at the Black Widow movie that showcases Taskmaster mastering Task. Because I was trying to figure out, because just for that first shot in the first trailer, I didn't know how his mask would look and how his fighting style would be. But once I saw that shit in motion and the shield came out, I'm like, oh yeah, this shit about to be good. Especially if they connect him with Budapest and you see him pick up like Hawkeye's bow and arrow and he start using that shit on Hawkeye ass, putting it on them hands. So definitely check out that Black Widow special look if you guys haven't. Are you excited for the Black Widow movie, Brook?
I don't know if I'm looking forward to the movie or not, but I don't really know who she is. But the guy you were talking about in the movie, why are you so excited for the villain versus actual her as the movie? You know what I mean? I don't know.
If you've seen the other Marvel movies, you already know most of Natasha's story. We meet her in Iron Man 2, and of course she's in every Avengers movie. So that's one of the beauties of the Marvel process. Like, you don't have to give everybody their own movie if you have them in multiple movies, because in each movie you can see their growth and they connect the missing pieces in for you.
Right.
And the reason why I'm excited for Taskmaster, because like not having Captain America, we have another hand-to-hand fighter outside of like Black Panther, so we get to see him do all that wild shit, and his abilities is to be able to copy the movements of anybody he sees and automatically master it. So it's just like a walking copycat. You know, if you watch Naruto, he'd be like Kakashi. No, actually, he wouldn't be like Kakashi. Kakashi can't copy taijutsu, correct?
He can't copy.
Hand to hand shit,
he can't copy taijutsu, but he can copy everything else.
So where does Black Widow come in, and why isn't it about the villain instead of her? I'm confused.
Because Black Widow is the hero, so it's her story.
So okay, it's about heroes. Okay.
Yes, but like I said, she hasn't never been one of my favorite characters anyway. Like, I love Scarlett Johansson, she's cool and dope, but I'm like, I'm gonna watch it because it's Marvel and I know it's gonna be good. But it's like, I could really care less. But no, that shit got me hyped for that shit. Yeah, and also, and speaking about Marvel, I'm just gonna talk about a new comic book series coming, X Factor. There's a new X Factor series coming in the Hitman era of the X-Men, and X Factor is going to star a team of North Star, Polaris, iBoy, and two other mutants I can't think off the top of my brain. And basically they're going to be working under the Five. And the Five are Proteus, Hope Summers, Egg, Tempest, and Elixir. And long story short, they have the abilities. When their abilities work in tandem with each other, they have the ability to resurrect any fallen mutant with Professor X implanting their consciousness back into their body. I know it sounds like a lot of shit, because it is, but if you're an X-Men fan out there, you definitely want to pick up that book, because that shit got me hella excited for that shit. Because X Factor is one of my favorite series, because it used to star the original 5 X-Men, and then when it became like a government-sponsored super team, it was led by Havoc Summers, my favorite Summers brother, Cyclops' little bro. And when I first started buying comic books, I started buying the Mutant X comic book that starred Havoc in an alternate universe. But that's neither here nor there. And I guess that's gonna wrap everything up for the Yo What's Poppin' segment. And now we're about to move on to Yo We Geeking Out.
We geeking.
And this is the part of the show which our guest is specifically brought in for, because we all have a shared interest in a certain series, book, TV show, movie, or whatnot. And yeah, we're geeking out today about one of my favorite TV series of all time, franchises, I would say. Definitely in my top 10, maybe top 5. I have to write that down for top 5, but definitely in my top 10.
What your top 5 is?
It might be
I already
that.
know 3 of them.
Well, I can already go with my
That's
top
on there.
10. My top 5 would easily be Veronica Mars, The OC. Yep, Vampire Diaries be up in that shit. Not counting cartoons. Then it also be
The first 4 seasons of
New
OTH?
Girl. And what?
The first 4 seasons of OTH?
OTH wouldn't be in my top 5. This is my top 10.
Junior senior year wouldn't be in your top?
No, Veronica Mars.
What? Junior
OC.
senior year wouldn't be on your top.
Shit, Vampire Diaries.
Look, yeah, you thinking about that junior senior year
No,
now.
OTH is definitely not in there. Nigga, I might. I can't put Empire and Star up there. I can't.
Over OTH?
Ooh, shit. No, New Girl. New Girl definitely be up
I
there.
see New Girl for you.
New Girl. Oh, shit. There's another one. But I'm not going to do that right now.
Yeah, there's another
We're going to say that for another podcast.
podcast.
Word, but yes, Vampire Diary
on
the
that.
CW. It ran from 2009 to 2017.
Oh, somebody open up their Wikipedia.
Actually, Google. And if you're not familiar with it, it's based on a book franchise by the same name. I got my homegirl Leslie's the books for Christmas one year, and she read the books, and she told me the difference between the books and the series. And then I had to go on Wikipedia and do my own research. And I could easily say this is one of the best franchises that dwarfs the books in comparison to quality, and the way it chose to be its own thing, and how it continued to move on way past the source material.
Way past.
Yeah, and that's one of the things too. When I got into Vampire Diaries originally, it was because I wanted to make the comparison between that and Twilight, because at the time this is when Twilight was popping, and I watched all the movies because my homegirl Leslie, her friends were flakes, so she had nobody to see movies with. So I was like, I'll go see movies with you. I'm into pop culture. So she read those books too, so we watched Twilight. She'd tell me the difference between that and the movies, and I was like, whoa, what this Vampire Diaries shit is? Watched that shit, got hooked, told Ross about it.
No, I found out about Vampire Diaries because there was a good old TV show called Degrassi, and a character ended up leaving Degrassi, and the next thing I know, I see a TV spot trailer and said character Elena,
aka Nina DeBreve. I think she played what was her name on Degrassi? It started with an M. Mia. She played Mia in
Degrassi,
and she was on the canceled CBS show The Fam, which I was digging, but
that shit was lit.
Yeah.
But yeah, in Degrassi, basically her character got
she had a baby already.
Her character got her boyfriend killed, and she couldn't
R.I.P.
deal
to
with
JT.
it. She couldn't deal with his death, so she left the school.
So she left. Oh.
Yeah, more or less. So how did you get into Vampire Diaries, Brooke?
Because I was obsessed with Twilight, and then I had watched True Blood, and I wanted more vampire, so I found Vampire Diaries.
Word.
Also, too, I forgot that I just got done binging Lost, and Damien was
yes
on Lost, so that's two people that I saw that I just got done fucking with. So I'm like, oh, they're on a show together? Let me see what this is about.
After the first episode, I was totally hooked by all the hot guys. I was like, yes.
So you're talking about Ian, I don't know, I'm going to fuck up his last name, Ian Smorholder?
Now I don't know how to pronounce the nigga.
That played Damien.
Right, yeah.
So I'm just going to leave it at Ian. And then his brother on the show, Paul Wesley, played Stefan. And Paul Wesley, after going back to rewatch the OC, he was on like episode 5 of season 1 of the OC.
The greatest villain character that, my goodness.
Yo, that shit was...
If you see him, if you were to see this episode of him playing this character on the OC, you're like, that ain't my Stefan.
For real. Stefan had sip
I'm
ass.
not a big fan of Stefan anyway.
Of course. You know why? Because you what? Team Damien.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
But then I'm Team Klaus at the end.
For those of you listening, Ross is
Klaus.
clutching his pearls, and
it's Team Stefan over here.
So you're saying Ross got a pearl necklace?
Yes. I'm clutching my booty. I'm clutching my pearl bracelets.
Yeah.
Word. That's nasty. You need to move your hand out the way.
On his wrist. Chill out.
Yo, they ain't web fluid. You ain't Miles, nigga. Sticky. But for all those people out there that don't even know what Vampire Diaries is, it's basically about a young girl named Elena Gilbert that lives in a town called Mystic Falls, and she runs into two vampire brothers, one Damien, one Stefan Salvatore, and the rest is like young adult CW melodrama, young old people playing young people history.
Oh, you mean teen dramas?
Yeah, teen dramas
on TVs.
My favorite dramas.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, who's everybody's favorite character? I'll go with you first, Brooke.
I think overall, I love Caroline the best.
Oh God.
Oh, you a Caroline hater too? Yeah, I know. I'm just fucking with you.
I like Caroline and Damien. I think they're my top two.
See, I love when Damien was slutting out Carolyn, just smudding her out in the beginning, when he turned her and had her doing all the tricks. Just had her out here in all these streets.
He smutted everybody
I'm so
out.
thankful he kept her alive and didn't kill her.
He was smutting.
Yeah, he did, because he was in love with Elena. He couldn't kill Elena's best friend.
Remember, he smutted Rachel out and
he
turned
couldn't kill her because she's a good person. So.
Oh, she ain't no good person. She was pretentious. She was bitchy. She was catty. She was a narcissist.
The one character that had the biggest character growth.
Can you let her talk about her favorite character?
Team Caroline over here, cuz.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I think she definitely grows the most in the show, and I think so.
So who grows more than her, Kelsey? Go ahead.
The boy Damien. First and foremost,
that nigga always loved Elena and would do everything for Elena. Guess what? How it ended.
But he
loving Elena and doing everything for Elena. Yeah, nigga.
First and foremost, he is not the same character. Let me do a little history lesson with you, motherfuckers. Let's go back.
That's
Are we talking?
No,
Are we talking about when
wait.
they first turned and he became the brother's keeper and then said fuck that after years when his
He's
brother
the
was
same vampire from the beginning to
actually
the
no
end.
No,
He
actually-
falls in love and
if we're talking from the beginning of episode 1
No,
yes,
but
if we're
no,
talking
no.
history lore
See,
Damien's
first
never
and
been the same
foremost,
character.
your lips talk for your words. My lips talk for
Hey,
myself.
Trick.
So now you gotta close those things.
anyways, my
Like you
favorite
need to
character
close
is
your whole
Caroline.
legs
Hey.
and let a nigga talk. So let
You
me
the
make
only
this
one
point
smutting out
stated.
here.
Let me state this.
Your
The whole
opinion
thing,
is-
no, these are facts. The whole thing about this is Damien was presented to be the asshole, the reckless one. And Stefan was like the emo. Oh, I'm so sad I can't find love. But you go back in time when Stefan was transformed into a vampire first, had an uncontrollable vampire lust for blood, which made him a ripper. The only person that could stop him, the only person that was there for him was his brother Damien. Damien sacrificed his own humanity and the rest of his life to protect his brother and to protect people around him from his brother, because he knew without that he would be unstoppable. So with that being said, that happened. Fast forward, he met Elena first. He loved Elena first before
Right.
all that Catherine things. But then also Damien was the asshole. But then Damien got stuck in the alternate void with fucking Bonnie. He got a new homegirl, which made him a better person. Then fast forward more, he became his brother keeper, and he knew that he could love outside himself because he loved Elena. He stopped doing a lot of fuck shit, especially when he lost Especially when he lost his credibility with Bonnie, he did everything he could to redeem himself
He
in
really
Bonnie's
did.
eyes.
Okay,
So
But-
Damien was
You
the
make good
same
points.
motherfucker.
Damon is a very,
Hold on, guys.
is a
Kelsey
key
forgot
No,
to point out
player in
something.
the
What did I
game.
forget to point out? It's a lot.
That
'cause
nigga
it's
said,
forever.
fuck you, Stefan, and dipped on Stefan before he ran into Elena. Because him and Stefan weren't hanging like that. So he can't be your brother's protector when you leave that nigga to do the shits on his own.
They've been live for centuries, and guess what Stefan has never done? Looked out for Damien. Look at you, mouth closed, and guess what? Guess what? Oh, you talking about Carolyn? You talking about Carolyn? Carolyn, the same Carolyn that fucked Klaus after Klaus killed her boyfriend's mother that same night in the woods. Raw dogged it. So how can she be
They
a
weren't
good
together.
person? No,
They been broken
I
up
don't
before
care.
that shit.
That was your ex for years, one of your best friends, and you don't fuck the villain of the
And
series
she's also
after he
a
killed
vampire
that.
who can't control her urges, and Klaus is
No,
sexy
she
as
wasn't-
fuck, so she was like, let me
No.
get in there.
She
once,
was
and that's
no.
it.
She
So there's
no. She wasn't that Klaus did before she turned. First and foremost.
so
Because Klaus had all that sauce.
Damon kills
I
people
I
for
can't
no
lie.
reason.
Exactly, he's a vampire,
Klaus
but he
came in
changed
here
his
with that
ways.
sauce.
Exactly, Caroline's a vampire.
Carolyn
so she had
still
to hook up with
did.
Klaus.
No, she did not have to hook up with Klaus. You don't have to hook up with the devil
I
just because you like bad boys.
I'm Team Klaus, and either way too. So.
See, that's one thing too. I would prefer her and Klaus to be together versus her and Stefan, because that Stefan shit was forced. It felt like
I
It
did
was
not like
forced,
that.
but I liked it.
forced relationship. That even the
I
other
was sad when Stefan came back and she left.
Lori.
Lori
That's the
to
second
be-
forced relationship.
yes.
They have to force her to be with people because nobody want to be with Carolyn ass.
I want to
And
be
I
with
don't
Caroline.
understand.
Yeah. You don't? It's all in the show. Nobody liked her.
But she was. I
She
don't
was
know,
just
I
the
liked
MJ
her.
of that era.
She was not an MG. You would not put down MG's name. You would not do
I
that.
like Caroline and I do like Damon. And
You would not do that. You would not do that shit. I want to talk about my unsung hero of the series. Me personally, it was the boy Matt.
Oh God,
Because
damn,
Matt
is the
dated
great-
Elena. Elena was his first love and his ex-girlfriend. Just imagine being the only human on the show and
Yeah.
find out the woman you've been in love with, that's now your best friend, is now a vampire, and everybody she rolling with vampires. Then the other bitch you know, she's a witch now. Then the other girl you know, she a vampire now. And every other episode you get your nut snap.
yeah. He
Damn, Matt
definitely
did
very
get fucked
strong
up
in
all the
every-
time.
And he had a fucked up life too.
And the-
Yeah, and his sister
He
got
was
killed by my boy
abandoned by
Damien.
his
Vicky got killed off
Vicky
quick.
got killed quick.
Hell yeah.
But
Oh,
also,
and his mama was played by what you call it? The moms from the OC.
yeah,
Mrs. Cooper.
Mrs. Cooper.
Hell yeah, Julie Cooper. So there's more of the OC overlap on that shit too. Shout outs to the OC. That episode's coming soon with the boy Joe.
And then Katharina killed her, right?
Catherine.
Yep.
Right, Katharina.
Catherine. Speaking of Catherine, we don't go back into see we talking about that bad bitch. We don't talk about all the baddies on the show. Catherine, hands down, was one of the best villains. And I always love those moments when Elena do some shit. Then you're just like, wait.
That's
not.
Catherine!
Then it's, like, then somebody pop like, hi, Catherine. I'm like, oh, it took you this long, Stephen. Or Damien hit him with the Damien eyebrows, like, Catherine, you're back. Like, no hugs. I'm like, yo.
Catherine did fuck up the game.
Oh,
she did
fucked up the
every
game.
time. She was the
game.
twist in every.
And I always,
who would have thought that these niggas got turned by a chick that looked like Elena,
right?
And then she went and dipped on her. They can do.
Nigga, when she got sucked into the darkness, I thought her ass was gonna come back, but she didn't. But I was like, oh, yo, they really put that ghost shit.
Yo.
Had that shadow snatcher bag. You never seen that hoe again.
Also, we forgot
a different aspect
the other character that also had great growth, Bonnie,
I wouldn't say growth, but she had
character.
She went from being Krillin to being like Ultimate Gohan. Like her power always amped up the most. Like Bonnie's another she was the glue. She was the black glue.
She lost her mom. We thought she lost her mama, only to find out her mama was a vampire.
Exactly.
Well, she got
when that
turned
shit
into a
came
vampire
on.
later,
Yes.
but first Bonnie found out her mom left her.
Which even way more traumatic.
And that's one thing too I like about Vampire Diaries. They gave the black characters something to do because most of the black characters were always witches, so that was cool. So that was their way to put in that diversity into the mix.
Which also did give us that Louisiana twist too.
Right. Well, and everything. Yeah.
Yes. Speaking of villains,
more down south and stuff.
Brooke, who was your favorite villain? I think you already said it, but
my favorite villain, I think I agree with Catherine. She was a monster through everything.
So wait. So that means you don't see Klaus as a villain.
Well,
then.
Klaus is. Are we talking Klaus and Vampire Diaries?
Yeah,
I'm talking about Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, we're talking Vampire Diaries Klaus. I gotta go with Vampire Diaries Klaus.
I guess Klaus. Yeah, Klaus was a villain.
I mean, he
was the villain.
He body.
I have a crush on him.
He was body snatching before.
Just like most women, you have crush on men that are bad for you.
Right? Why do I want to save him?
You can't. He's a vampire.
Well, he could just turn me into a vampire or a fucking hybrid for all I care.
You still want to be saved? You seen what happened to? You see what happened to Haley?
I love Haley though.
You see what happened to Catherine? What was old girl blonde chick from Originals?
Caroline?
No.
Oh snap!
Oh, the blonde one.
The blonde one that he went all hurtful.
Oh, Cammy.
Catherine, Carolyn too, because he couldn't get the first blonde bitch, so he went and got a second one. He like,
I was so mad.
I mean that
Cammy
reboot.
turned into a vampire.
Nah, that was sad. Though. I felt bad for
so
Cammy.
bad.
You need to stop. You got them daddy issues.
Cammy's whole death scene was
terrible.
It's terrible, but it made Originals even 10 times better because we didn't know how much we all cared for her.
But back to this. Back to Vampire Diaries. So
I'm gonna have to go with King Klaus because
King Klaus
body snatching.
He did. He had Lorik all fucked up.
He was a Lorik in the Lorik after the swap was still fucked up because he thought he was still Klaus.
Yeah.
Word. I'm gonna go with my favorite killer because K's are killers, and it's gonna be that boy Kai. The Gemini twin, who also plays Mon-El on Supergirl, who's also married to Melissa Bonet. Not Melissa Bonet. Melissa, what's her name? Benoist?
I forgot about
Benoit.
Oh, who's also married to Melissa Benoist that plays Supergirl. But the reason I love Kai is because simply the fact that nigga was crazy.
He was.
He was almost crazy. He was like the Joker meets Loki. You couldn't trust the motherfucker. He always had a knife on him. Mm-hmm. He didn't have a problem killing anybody, and he even killed his sister at her fucking wedding while she was pregnant with magical Gemini twin babies.
That's why.
And then my boy Damien do took the head off. Like, we ain't got time for these games.
Yeah, the only person
he killed the necessary people that need.
The only person he couldn't fuck with was Bonnie for a quick second.
Yeah, because they was trapped in that whole magical dimension.
And then Bonnie tried to trust him, and he betrayed her.
Because he smiled, just like you like bad boys. She was like, "Ooh, shit."
But not Kai. He was.
I don't want low-key waiting for him to come back in Legacies because they planted that seed for him to come back.
They is so planting.
So I can't wait for Kai ass to come back, yo.
How did you feel when Elena made Alaric forget about Damon?
Oh, because him and Damien got boys. It's funny, too, because Vampire Diaries does a weird thing. Like, out of nowhere, everybody just, like, besties. Like, when Damien and Bonnie came out the other dimension, they were besties. And then
Damon had many best friends.
And yeah, exactly.
The sheriff.
Yeah, Damon had all the homies.
That's his way he got around things.
Yeah,
Exactly,
but the thing is,
learned-
the sheriff bonded with him after Caroline got turned.
Unlike when Caroline's mom got the cancer and was dying, like Damon was there for her last day and took her pain away from her.
Every day.
But it's like one of the things you don't realize Damon has friends, until they take their memory. Like, wait, that was your best friend? Like, what did y'all never stated like that was your homie? But like, oh, they were, because they always going on capers, drinking together, all that shit. So I felt sad for Damon because I know Damon. He's just trying to do the right thing, but he's been doing it in the wrong way. And when you start losing your friends, and like, what the fuck do I have now? Especially when you don't even have the girl that you're in love with. And we come into, I won't say the end, but I'm gonna start trying to wrap this up a little bit in this little segment. But just speaking of a couple of other people that we haven't talked about that kind of got not left out, but the short end of sticks that had potential. Tyler, they introduced him as the werewolf. That really didn't go anywhere after you found out like, he's a wolf, and that's it. And Klaus came in and killed his mom, and he was trying to be like the hybrid and all that shit. That went out the window. Then you had Jeremy. That was low key trying to set Jeremy out to be a hunter. He had all this crazy shit about tattoos. He went to Colorado to get his mind right. Yeah. He came back with a bro body.
He went to Colorado 3 times.
And he was dicking down Bonnie too. So he had like one of the baddest
they did
on the
have
show.
that relationship.
They had that whole relationship.
And then they broke up.
Because Bonnie's like, no, you're my best friend's little brother. That dude was like, yo, I ain't little.
And then Bonnie fell in love with
I'm a big boy. Speaking of which, oh my God. I did not know how much I needed Bonzo, that's Bonnie and Enzo relationship, in this series when they did the time skip, because that is not even arguably, hands down the best relationship in the whole series. Better than Damon and Elena, Stefan and Carolyn. Enzo and Bonnie was so fucking adorable. That shit hurt my heart every time I see him on screen. Because, like, how dare y'all do this shit to me?
Right. To Bonnie.
And the fact that Enzo came in trying to fuck Damien and Stephen mama back in the day, and then you had to find that out. Because Damien.
He did try to fuck their mama back.
Because she was a heretic.
They're alive for like a year.
And then Damien met that nigga. Damien met Enzo when they was strapped by the scientists
up, and he saved, and he brought Enzo out, and then
okay, so with Enzo, they threw him on some anime shit just out of nowhere. So basically, this scientist at this college trapped Damien and Enzo in a cage so he could like research them and physically train them to feed on vampires. And Damien broke out, but Enzo was like, "Yo, save me!" Damien's like, "This shit's on fire!" He's like, "Bro, I need your help." Damien's like, "I'll be back." He never came back. So all this other shit just happened.
Meanwhile, Enzo was giving Damon everything to break out and just left him.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh my god.
That shit was one of the best moments too. That season, that college season, when Elena lost her when Elena turned off her humanity and was like, fuck this, I'm gonna have a hot girl summer. It was a wrap.
She did have a hot girl summer.
She was more Catherine than Catherine.
Yeah.
Even Catherine was like,
bitch, you wildin'.
I can't even impersonate this.
For real. Like, you wildin'. I was like, yo.
When everybody's like, yo, Elena's fucking up. And Damien's like, yo, you fucking up. Oh, who did save her?
I think it might have been like Jeremy or somebody.
It might have been Jeremy or Matt.
Because somebody had to turn that shit on.
It was either Jeremy or Matt.
Right, because she was about to kill Matt, and then and Damon was there too.
Yeah.
Oh,
in the woods.
In that college, and that also was when Jeremy and Matt during that season was doing their buddy Alaric shit.
Hell yeah, because
vampires.
One of the concepts of Vampire Diaries is that the vampires have the ability to switch off their humanity, which basically means they can't feel any emotion, so they just passion, desire, like the Dark Phoenix. They just want to consume, eat, feed, and not give a fuck. But the thing too, when you get it turned back on, you starting to realize all the shit you did, so you get flooded with all these emotions. So sometimes after I go some shit with a whack ass female, I be in the mood to turn off my emotions because I don't want to deal with the feelings of my humanity. And I'm like, yo, Leslie, I think I'm gonna flip my switch. Yo, I try to go out with this girl, but she's like, no. Now it's like, you know what? Fuck that. I ain't gonna feel no more. And then Leslie's like, well, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's like, word. Next day later, I turned it back on. I couldn't do it.
Is it because you listen to some emo music like Dark Blue by Jack's Mannequin and you start crying?
No, it's because I listened to Marvin Room by Drake. Then I realized, yo, I've been drinking too much.
Because you've seen Vampire Diaries. And
I've been drinking too much.
Your switch on and off.
No, and plus I'm an emotional ass nigga. It's like I can't really turn it off. It'd be too easy. But I just gotta let you know, like, I tried, Leslie. I did. And she's just like, yeah, I know you would. You're a softie. I'm like, yeah, I am. Cotton candy, sweet as gold.
At least you tried.
I do try. It doesn't work, but it be for all the wrong reasons.
All the wrong reasons.
And yeah, so fuck it. That's gonna come to the end of we geeking out about Vampire Diaries, and now we about to go into check it out. This is a part where we recommend certain shows, series, books, or whatever to fans of Vampire Diaries or whatever the topic that we're talking about. So, Brooke, if you had to recommend something for a person that enjoyed Vampire Diaries, what would that thing be?
I would recommend True Blood. There's lots of vampires. There's werewolves, fairies. There's all of the supernatural things that are somewhat relatively close to Vampire Diaries. I like it more because they're adults and it's not so much of a younger population. So I think I enjoyed it very much. There's lots of seasons.
And they be fucking on that, right? Because
yes.
HBO.
Yeah, they be fucking.
You
like that? Go for it. Whatever.
You like the Sex and Vampire City shit. All right, I got you.
No.
It's cool. We're all grown ups here. You be for reals.
I just like that. I want to be a vampire.
This
Like
nigga
I can't
said
wait to go
Sex
to New
and
Orleans
Vampire
and be a
City.
vampire.
Oh, so you want to be a vampire?
I would choose to be a vampire. Yes.
Is that because of the immortality?
I like all of the reasons.
Oh, well, likings are technically immortality, too.
No, it
because
depends
they
on
can-
what continuity we're talking about. Different universes
True.
have different rules for that.
I'd say
liking.
the only one that matters is Underworld.
But they weren't immortal in
Yeah, I'm
They were.
gonna be
I thought
honest. I'm gonna take the Twilight liking abilities because
They
they
were immortal, but not invulnerable.
Okay,
like
I thought
Vampire
the
Diaries,
I thought the OG
vampires.
werewolves were the only ones that could live.
Oh no,
forever.
we're talking about the
No,
Lycans,
because
the
even
werewolves.
Lycan,
okay,
what was
Vikings.
his
My
name?
bad.
Oh yeah, you're right.
His
buddy.
buddy, the blind guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, so basically Twilight and
Cause old buddy that fucked the vampire shorty's daughter in the prequel, he was a werewolf from all the way back then.
he
so
was.
Lucian
was
And then his right hand man was there up till the very
Yeah, Kevin, the one that created Blue
big
Marble.
dude.
Yes. That's
Snap,
what's
I
up.
forgot
So
about
you don't.
that.
So you can't eat garlic. So you can't go to Olive Garden. You can't go to the beach because you can't fuck with sunlight.
But I need a daylight ring like the vampire.
Not everybody get that daylight ring
that's
privilege.
What I want.
That's
I
privilege. You
need
can't have all
privilege.
that.
Well, I'll go to the beach at night then.
That's not even fun. The water's cold as fuck.
I would still
They
choose
don't
to be a
feel cold.
vampire, and hopefully I get a daylight
remember
ring.
vampires. Are
But you're a
cold-blooded.
nurse. You're all about saving lives. But then you want to be a vampire so you could take them, or you be on some blood supplement like I'm gonna eat bunnies and shit.
Maybe if I were a vampire, I wouldn't be a nurse. I'd be something different.
I think you'd have to be.
You'd be a night nurse.
You've got all the blood around you. You've got access.
Okay, that's a good point.
what
Hopefully
if
I'd
she
have
has Reaper
control,
ability?
Yeah,
like-
you be in there popping them straws and that shit like Capri Suns. Ooh, that's an Oneg.
If I'm a vampire, I'm not working. I will not have a job if I'm a vampire.
Word. All right.
I'm gonna take advantage like Rebecca in the original.
Fuck Rebecca.
And,
Yo, don't
and just
hate.
manipulate everybody.
Don't hate.
So you gonna be a woman that manipulates
No,
everybody.
not manipulate. Not the word.
That's what you said.
No.
Those are your words.
Not manipulate.
Cause the only niggas she was
What's it
manipulating.
called when they?
Oh, compelling.
There you go,
That's is
compelling.
manipulation. That's literally my
I just
manipulation.
be like, look, I'm gonna buy all this stuff with no money. Let
So
me
you're
walk
gonna be
the
out there
door.
manipulating people while you got a good dude like Marcellus that's trying to wife you up, give you the best life you can have, but you want to be out there running around.
I didn't mean
the
to
world.
say manipulate.
Hey,
I
guess
meant
what
to say
happened though?
compel.
They
But
still got
compel-
married.
No, but compelling is still manipulation.
Hey,
I
they still
can't
got
compel
married.
them to
Don't
believe
be
that
like
my credit
Rebecca.
card was accepted.
Don't be
Hey.
like Rebecca. Don't be like she's a whack
They
bitch.
still got married,
Oh my
and Marcellus
gosh.
is
Let
out
me
here.
be a vampire.
And Marcellus
Oh,
is
you
out
can.
here.
I ain't saying you can't.
Marcellus is out here
Choice.
sitting with his old white bitch while she get old, and he's staying a young forever alpha hybrid. Wait, what?
Yeah, he was a hybrid because he wasn't a tribrid.
Yeah,
He was a
alpha hybrid.
So
No, he was a tribrid because he
No.
had that witch. He had that other shit. It wasn't. It was Lycan, vampire, and that witch shit. Which
No, it was no.
remember
look,
they when they tribred him, he had that ability to kill the vampires.
But that's because he's a hybrid, and hybrids are the only ones that could kill vampires.
I-
That's why Klaus's blood was so special to them.
But
too.
yet also he
'Cause he had
can't.
that
But
venom.
yeah, he also couldn't be killed by anybody, any other supernatural.
Yeah, he
thing.
could.
Outside of witches.
He could.
I thought Marcellus.
That's why he almost died multiple times. Only tribrid there is in existence is Hope because she's a witch.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I thought Marcellus had.
Well, he's a hybrid, but then he have like that extra little ability,
shit,
but he's
yeah.
not a tribrid. No. No, he had that little extra something. So, what would you recommend people check out?
Whew, there's this good old TV show that came on MTV for 5 seasons called Teen Wolf. This nigga. And for some of those, if any of y'all CW fans of Supergirl, Clark Kent,
The current
one is from Teen Wolf, and actually is part of the reason why I actually like him as an actor is because of his acting skills from Teen Wolf. Even though season 1 he was not that great at it, but yet for some reason I was just like, yo, this nigga got some skills. Don't know why.
No, it's that origin episode when you figured out why he had the blue eyes.
Yeah. But that was season 2 though.
But still though, that shows the evolution for what his character was until then, and show because his range.
Because from season 1 to season 2 he was nothing more but a dick, and then became a mentor to Scott, and then said, Scott, you got this, and then dipped on him and let him run the pack.
Hell yeah, and then Scott became the alpha. Yo, that's what's up. And all right, for me, I think you guys should definitely check out this TV series, which is also started as a book. It's called Shadowhunters. Ooh. It was on Freeform. And Shadowhunters are about a group of individuals whose sole purpose is to police and maintain the balance between the human world and the underworld when it comes to mythical creatures like werewolves, fairies, mages, and things of that nature. And it focuses on a group of teens that are in a team, without getting all into the minutia of the series. But it's dope. It's very more action based than Vampire Diaries. It's more like if you're into Maze Runner and things like that, you definitely like Shadowhunters. They tried to start a movie franchise during like the Twilight era to get people that like vampires onto that wave, but it didn't work out. So then they turned it into a freeform series, and it worked. I liked it a lot. So you definitely should check that out.
I'd like to throw in an unofficial one. It's called Death Valley. It came on MTV a long time ago. If you liked Reno 911, yeah. If you liked like Reno 911, and you also like vampires, zombies, and werewolves,
Mummies.
It was Reno 911 for a special group that had to deal with the supernatural. It's fucking funny.
Hilarious.
It lasted one season, and if there was ever a show that we could bring back, it would be that
probably
one.
Would be the
It
show.
would not be that one for me though. It'll be Sweet Vicious for me if we talking about MTV specifically.
That's where you get Sarah Lance, where she first started, the White Canary. Yeah, she first started out there as a young deputy.
The bisexual baller?
And everyone's like, oh, she's just young. She can't do anything. But she was the one to kick all the evil's ass.
Because she beat that mummy's ass.
That's right. She beat the mummy's
ass. She got the mummy's hands?
Oh, she's amazing.
She gave the mummy the hands.
If you get a chance, check out Death Valley. It's online. That's the only place you'll find it.
Word. That's what's up. And, this is going to bring us to the closing part of the show. I want to thank everybody for being here. Kev back here in the background. We got Randy over here doing Randy shit. And, of course, Daniel's on the ones and twos.
They call me Daniel because my mom said so.
Word. Brook, like always, I'm glad that you came on. Thank you for being a guest.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. All right. And to everybody out there listening, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, the Snapchat, and Facebook, and make sure you also listen to Escaping Podcast, the best podcast in Colorado Springs when it comes to all things geek, nerdy, and everything in between. And yeah, anything else you want to say, Ross, before we get out of here?
Nope.
All right, and I just want to
I might make my Instagram a bit more active just for podcast weekend. So if y'all just be like, why you only post on Mondays? This is why.
Monday.
It's podcast. It's Potting Monday.
There you go.
Word. And and just make sure you listen, support the movement. Tell your mama, tell your brother, tell your daddy, tell everybody you know. Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts. We're there. We're here for you when you want to listen, and we're here for you when you don't.
And I also want to say thank y'all to all the people that just be randomly hitting me up on random text messages. Just be like, yo, we heard you, or we listening to the podcast. Thank y'all. Y'all could always just say, hey, Roscoe. But past all that,
you gonna come here and be passive aggressive?
So no happy birthday for me. I get it. It's cool. All I do is edit the show.
Everybody,
Happy birthday!
Well, first and foremost, it's
everybody. This Friday it'll be a belated birthday, but Chet, regardless,
we're gonna have fun tonight.
Daniel, what's your Twitter and your Instagram and all that?
You don't have Twitter.
I don't have Twitter because I don't.
He don't be on the tweet to spill.
Find me on Facebook, Daniel Rojas. Instagram, Blue Morpho, all the O's are zeros, one word. And in your dreams where you can't get rid of me and I know you wish you could.
And tell them that.
Oh, you talking about Drake?
No, not Drake. I never said I was in underage girls' dreams.
Oh, you'll catch the joke.
Hey, you can't control who dream about you. I just gotta say that. Being a dream master myself.
But yeah, everybody give Daniel happy belated birthdays on when y'all hear this. Just know that if y'all don't hear from me, Daniel, Kelsey, mostly today or tomorrow, we getting fucked up for his birthday. If y'all do hear from us and it doesn't sound like us in our normal state, that's because we got fucked up for his birthday.
Nigga, you just said the same thing twice.
Well, no, we're in Mexico and someone is using our social media.
Nigga, I ain't been in Mexico.
So, I would like to apologize to anybody.
Oh, you guys turned into vampires. And you
Thank
can't
you,
get
my
out on the
messages.
day.
Alright, guys. Thank you for once again listening to another episode of
Yo, where the captions at?
I'm yours truly, Kels for show. And remember, be one or be nothing.
It's your boy Roscoe. All I can say is love you all and love you none.
Alright. Take care, guys.